Hi guys, it's Shayna. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on my review of Serum De Teint. or Serum De Teint, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, in number 2. I think the number 2 shade suits me the best because it's more of a yellow undertone, whereas the number 1 shade is more of a pink undertone. So yeah, I purchased this not too long ago, so I have experimented with this a ton since I tried it. First I ordered something from Karina NYC and I asked for some samples. So I used up all my samples of number 1 and 2, and then that's when I decided I like number 2 better. Ignore that. I think I got some kind of bite and then I like scratched it so much that now it's a scab. But anyways, so I ended up going with number 2, and I just wanted to do a quick video today to show you guys my routine, because I feel like this is a product that if you don't do your skincare right underneath, it's going to give you a big problem with pilling, and that's something that I just absolutely cannot deal with. I cannot stand any products that pill. So let's just get into my routine leading up to, and then I will show you guys just how I apply this and then what makeup looks like on top of it. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cleanse my skin using the Lira Mystiq Illuminating Cleanser. I've talked about this in my Lira clinical review video. This is very comparable to something like Layu. And I just like using this in the morning, so I'm going to cleanse my face with this. I'll show you guys the texture since I haven't done like a full routine with Lira yet, so you guys can just see what this is like. It's very similar to something like Layu. So let's just see. That is what that looks like. It's a lot thicker than like Serum VIP O2, for example, which is more of a milk, whereas I feel like Layu is more of a lotion, which this is more similar to. But this, to me, like, I had talked to Maya about it because she has this too, Maya Rodriguez here on YouTube. She thinks this has a slight exfoliation effect, which I don't know, because I can never tell when cleansers have an exfoliation, other than that one time in one of my videos where I was using Layu and all of a sudden my skin was, I could see all the dead skin coming off, but I think it was because I was using cream acids to fruits every night, and that was helping to exfoliate. So I'm not sure if it was Layu per se, but anyways, so this is just how I cleanse and in the mornings. I mean, it kind of has like I've talked about this before with Maya, like it has like a hairspray scent, but it's not like the typical hairspray like you would remember from like the 80s and the 90s, like that Elnet or Aquanet. No, it's not that. It's more of like a modern hairspray kind of smell, but it smells good. I don't mind it. All right, now I'm gonna rinse this off. All right, so just finished cleansing with the Lira Mystiq. I call it the Mystiq Illuminating Cleanser. As you can see, I mean, it kind of gave me some kind of a glow-ish going on. So, I mean, pretty much anytime I use this one or Layu, I mean, my skin still looks the same. So, do I think this is like really gonna give you illumination? I don't know. Probably not, but I like that it's a very similar texture to the Layu, and it has really good ingredients. That's what I like about it too. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the Mystiq cleanser. All right, I turned the camera a little bit so you guys can see where I'm reaching into my medicine cabinet. So next I'm just going to tone with my Lotion P50. This is like the new packaging, I guess. Oh, and really quick, when I first peeled off the little like silver protector, it actually didn't peel off the plastic that was protecting it. So it looked like it had peeled off, but there's a clear plastic film that was still stuck inside the little hole. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me why every time I would, you know, try to get some of the product out, nothing was coming out. And so finally I was like, maybe there's something blocking it. So I poked through that little hole, and then that's how I realized it was not even, it was still sealed. So if anybody had that issue, just know that it's probably because when you peeled off the little silver protector, it actually didn't peel off the clear plastic. So I just wanted to put that out there in case anybody has had that same issue. So I'm just gonna P50 really quick, and I'm gonna speed through this. All right, P50 done. Next step is my favorite serum currently, which is Serum 3R. I've just purchased the full size of this because you guys know, if you saw my last video or my last two videos, the one on which serums I will be repurchasing, you guys saw that I will be repurchasing the full size of this, and I already have because I love it. And since I'm trying to conserve the product, I just drop it on my face. I do about, I want to say like 6 drops for my whole face. I love this serum so much. I'm so glad I bought it. It just is, it exfoliates so nicely without being too like harsh. I feel like that's what Biologique Recherche is so good with, is they're just, it's like a gentle exfoliation, but it really works. So yeah, I love Serum 3R. Okay, next is Placenta. I just do this under my eyes because I feel like it really helps with dark circles. Like, really helps. If you do this all over, just be aware that it could dehydrate you, because I was doing that for a while, and I was noticing that my skin was getting dehydrated. So just make sure that you're using like something to hydrate your skin very well, either at night. Like, that's what I do, is I mainly focus on hydration at night, because during the day, you know, my skin's super oily and I don't want my skin to be like a greasy mess. So I focus on making sure to hydrate really well at night and moisturize. So yeah, that was Serum Placenta, and I just did that under my eyes. And then Complexe Iribiol I do in my T-zone. I don't think I've showed you guys how I do this, but it's nothing difficult. I just put this on my forehead, my nose, and the sides of my nose, and my chin. I don't really get oily on my chin, but I do get like clogged pores and stuff. So my skin's looking really red right now. Don't know why. I think it's just the lighting in here. It's the camera. When I look in the mirror, my skin doesn't look red at all. All right, so that was Complexe Iribiol. And then I take Oligo Protein Marines. I do this under my eyes too. I know like some people say you're supposed to do like placenta during the day and then Oligo at night or whatever. I just do both. It's fine. This helps to keep my dark circles from being so dark too. And then I take about, I don't know, 9-10 drops, and I put this all over. And like I said in my which serums I will repurchase, I don't know what it is about this, but it just, I feel like I'd notice a difference if I took this away, especially under my eyes. It's also super hydrating. And it's a good price too. I feel like it's one of the cheaper ones. So yeah, that's what I do with Oligo Protein Marines. And then I take both my VG Tensil and my Splenodermine, and I do 7 drops of VG Tensil and 3 drops of Splenodermine. So it's because this by itself, Splenodermine, is really, really moisturizing and stimulating. So it's more stimulating than VG Tensil. So I'm trying to use up VG Tensil since it's not like my favorite firming serum, but it kind of helps to dilute Splenodermine. This is Splenodermine. So I take that, and without not spilling it, put that all over. Like, in case you haven't seen my other videos on Splenodermine, if you have reactive, like very reactive skin, but you want, you know, that firming that you get from Splenodermine, just don't use as much. Like, use less, you know? Mix it in with something else so that you still get the results, but you don't get the super, you know, like, because I think it can exacerbate rosacea and redness. So if you have, you know, redness but you still really want to use Splenodermine, just make sure you're not using too much and you're using the products that are supposed to help with redness, like erythros or biosensible or something like that. So yeah, I love these two together, and it's been working fine for me. And then I know you're not supposed to use that many serums all at once, but really I only used, so placenta under my eyes, so that doesn't really count. Iribiol I used in my T-zone only. Oligo Proteins was like the only serum I used all over and under my eyes. And then VG Tensil and Splenodermine, I mixed those, so technically that counts as one for me. So it's really only Complexe Iribiol. It's really only Oligo Protein Marines, but and then the two combined, and then I'm gonna use Extraits Tissulaires. So it's like 3/4. To me, that's fine. So I take about like 8 or 9 drops of Extraits Tissulaires. I use that all over. Like Karina NYC told me that you're only supposed to use like 3 serums max, or the 4, I think she's 3 or 4. So I think I'm fine. So that was my hydration step, and that was Extraits Tissulaires. And then I'll take a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of Elastin and use this just under my eyes. That's it. Because I don't like this serum all over my face. As you guys saw from my which serums I won't be repurchasing video, I take like half a drop for each eye. It's too slippery, and I don't know, it doesn't, I mean, I guess if I had a lot of fine lines, then I might notice a difference. So if somebody out there has, you know, has more mature skin than I do, and you feel like Elastin helps like a lot, then leave it in the comments, and so people can see that, you know, it's actually helping. But for me, it just doesn't really do much. So okay, so this is the like crucial step in Serum De Teint. If you do not want your Serum De Teint to pill, the number one thing you must do if you're using a finishing serum is use your finishing serum now. And I know that's like weird because you're supposed to use your finishing serum at the end, but I'm telling you, it will make your Serum De Teint pill like really, really bad. I know I'm like super passionate about this right now, but guys, I have tried like every combination to get this thing to work, and I love this so much. Like, I just think it makes my skin look amazing. It's like, I don't know if it's the film former. It has something called a film former in it, which helps to like smooth and, yeah, this smooths out your skin so well. But anyways, so the most crucial step, let me get to that, is to use your finishing serum now. So like today, I'm gonna be using my Fluide VIP O2. I tried using this on top of my cream and it pilled the Serum De Teint like crazy. So I'm gonna use this now, shake it up. Take about like 2.5 pumps or sprays. And I feel like when I do this, it's the ingredients are getting into my skin better anyways, so I don't mind that. And I know that Serum De Teint is a finishing serum, like I know that. And so technically you don't even need a finishing serum. But I want to incorporate Fluide VIP O2 into my routine because I love the ingredients. So I'm not going to just not use it. I'm going to use it, but I had to figure out how to incorporate it without, I always put everything on the back of my hands. I have had to figure out how to incorporate it without it pilling the Serum De Teint. And so far that's the only thing I have found. I have tried, let me just tell you, okay, so let me put this away. I have tried everything to get this little thing to stop pilling. I've tried mixing it into my emulsion biosensible SR because let me just say, this will not work on top of any gel-based product. It will not. It will pill and you will, I had to wash my face, like I've had to wash my face like 3 or 4 times since trying this and start all over again because the pilling was so bad. So yeah, let me put my creams on now. So today I'm just gonna be mixing a little of my Creme Echinoderm O Complexe Biomarine. Sorry, that's like a really long name. I just call this Echinoderm because that's, you know. And then I mix it with a little bit of my Collagene Marine because this one, it's not hydrating enough at all. This really firms really well, but this by itself is not hydrating. So that's why I mix these two together. I just do like equal amounts of both. That's what Echinoderm looks like, in case you're wondering. It looks like I've used a lot, but I actually gave some away to Maya so she could try it. So she liked it, by the way. So I take like half the amount I normally would for a cream because I'm using half from Creme Collagene Marine, which looks like that. This one is like super, it will like slide out of this jar. And then I will take half of that. So those two together. And then I just mix them together and then I apply. I also kind of massage it under my eyes a little bit since that elastin under there will make the Serum De Teint pill. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I've tried Serum De Teint mixed with everything to try and get it not to pill. Finally, I just decided I can't use it with my emulsion biosensible SR, which really like is a disappointment because this was like my main everyday moisturizer, especially now in the summer. I like this because it's lightweight and it helps to control my oil a little bit, not like that much, but it does. So yeah, I'm like super upset that I can't use this with the Serum De Teint. I don't know how they can reformulate Serum De Teint to not pill on top of anything that's gel based. But yeah, so if you have, you know, any of the biosensible, or if you have any of the emulsions like Emulsion Original Regenerant, the regular one, Emulsion Gel Biosensible without the SR, or this one, or anything gel based, Serum De Teint will not work for you. So like the ADN Silcogen or whatever it's called, I wanted that. So I've been wanting that, but I'm not going to get it because I like my Serum De Teint. So, okay, now that I have done everything, done my cream and everything, now I can go in with the Serum De Teint. And I know that it comes with a brush. I have tried it with this brush right here, which is the Guerlain brush. It comes like, I think it came out with the foundation, like that natural foundation, which I also have. It came in like a little jar with like that little round lid. That doesn't tell you anything. But if you remember this brush, it did come out with that most recent Guerlain foundation launch. Sorry. So yeah, this is the brush that I've been trying with. It's very similar, I feel like, to the Biologique Recherche brush. It has like antimicrobial synthetic fibers. And yeah, so I tried it with this brush. It's still pilled, but that was before I started doing this new routine, so that probably will work with this new routine. But I don't like, to be honest, I don't like washing brushes that much, and I don't like to like wear foundation every day, which this is, by the way, this is like my foundation. I don't use any other foundation other than this. And if I didn't have this, I just wouldn't wear foundation every day because I don't like the feeling of foundation, and I don't feel like, I just don't want to clog up my pores with foundation. So, so yeah, anyways, so let's just get on. So first you really need to shake this well, because I don't know if you can see, let me try and zoom in. I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but can you kind of see that like there's some kind of product separation, or just basically it needs to get mixed. Like you can see there's some whiteness. Like, let me get really close. I don't know if it's picking up, but hopefully you can see that like it needs to be shook really well. So shake it, shake it, shake it. Take it upside down. Okay, so that should be good. And then it comes with a pump. I take like 2 pumps, I would say, 2 to 2.5 pumps on my hands, and I just apply it like I would any other serum. But the most crucial thing too, other than using it on top of only a cream, is once you start to feel it drying down, don't continuously try to buff it in with a brush or rub it in with your fingers. Like that 100% will make it pill. I don't know why, but for some reason, once it starts to dry down, it's like it does not want to be messed with anymore. So that's why, like, when I do it, I have to do it like really quickly. And you know, I'm probably like setting myself up right now for some pilling because I'm talking too much and it's drying my cream down. That's another thing. See, there's just so many things. You don't want to put this on top of completely like dry, like once your cream has set and it's you know, it's soaked in, you might experience some pilling. So what I usually do is I try to get my cream on, and then I try to go in with this like as quickly as I can after the cream has soaked in, because then you might get pilling again. So, you know, I'm talking too much, but so I take about that much. So that was like 2 full pumps. Rub it on, and then just get it on as fast as possible. Okay. I need to kind of look in the mirror to see. Okay, so like I'm looking at my hands, I still have some on my hands, but I'm not gonna touch it anymore. Like it's blended in. It's hopefully, I mean, I had to kind of blend it in using the viewfinder, but hopefully you can see the finish on that. Yeah, so So that's it, pretty much blended in, and I'm not gonna touch it anymore from here because I don't want any more pilling. So let me just wash my hands really quick. I am going to show you guys what this looks like when I do my makeup and how everything applies. I don't find that it pills once it's set, and I can usually just go in with my makeup afterwards and it's fine. Like it doesn't disrupt the Serum De Teint underneath when I, you know, buff in my bronzer or my blush. The only thing is it doesn't, you can't probably tell, but it doesn't blend into your hairline very well. So, okay, and this is another thing. If you have a lot of peach fuzz, like I do, and I know Maya does too because we were both talking about it, it's probably not going to be, it's not going to lay as nicely as it will on someone that, you know, like, what is that called? Dermaplanes, or like shaves their peach fuzz off. I talked with Sarah and she told me that she dermaplanes and she didn't experience any pilling. So I think if you don't have any peach fuzz, you probably won't experience as much pilling as I did. I have a lot of peach fuzz like here. I don't dermaplane, so I have peach fuzz. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons why people are experiencing so much pilling with this, is because it clings, like products cling onto your peach fuzz underneath, and then when you go in with this, it makes the products that were clinging onto your peach fuzz ball up, and then in turn this will start to pill because this is going on top of that. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons that people, you know, are having issues with pilling. But like I said, you know, it all has to do with what products you're using underneath, and you cannot use a gel-based product underneath this. It just simply will not, they just do not mesh well. So that's why I've had to cut out Biosensible SR, which, you know, is really unfortunate because I like that a lot. So, but I love the finish of this, and one thing I really, really like about this is it helps to control my oils. So it kind of gives me like, it almost, okay, so like right now, I mean, yes, I still do have like some glow, but when you initially apply it goes on pretty matte. So if you have really dry skin and you don't like that matte look, you probably won't like this. However, if you're someone like me who gets pretty oily during the day, I just love the finish once this has soaked into my skin for like a few hours and my oils have started to come through. I absolutely love the way my skin looks with this because, you know, like I just said, the oils, my natural oils have mixed in, and it gives me that glow that I love, that I normally don't get because my skin just gets like super oily during the day and I'm like trying to get rid of the oil. But for some reason, this mixed with my overly oily skin actually works. It cuts through that matte kind of finish and it gives me a glow. So like 3 hours in with this is like, I love the way my skin looks. And well, I mean, it looks good now, it looks fine. But like when I look in the mirror, I can see that I look pretty matte. So yeah, like 3 hours in, this is amazing. And the thing that I love the most about this is I don't feel like I'm putting on foundation because it's so light and it's a serum. So it's not like I don't feel like I'm piling on like a thick layer. It feels like my skin can breathe. It just feels like I have another layer of skincare on. And that's like my favorite thing about this is I don't feel like I'm clogging up my pores, and it gives me a tiny bit of coverage, a very, very small amount of coverage, but it's enough to make me feel like I'm not just going out with a bare face, which I have no problem with. Before I even tried this, I had no issues with not wearing foundation. I mean, even when I had breakouts, like I'm not one of those people that I feel like I have to, cover everything up. Like I prefer my skin to just be able to breathe. And if I have blemishes, it's like I have blemishes, So anyways, back to Serum De Teint. Now that it's kind of, you know, soaked in and it's still like, I wouldn't say it's tacky. It feels very, very hydrating. That's another thing. This makes my skin feel moisturized and hydrated all day. So my skin never feels dry. I mean, my skin doesn't really feel dry hardly ever. The only time it ever felt dry with a BR product was when I was only using Collagen Marin by itself with nothing else mixed in. This does not provide me enough hydration anymore for some reason. So the more I started using it, the more I started realizing that it was not giving me enough hydration. So that's why I started mixing it in with the Echinoderm. So yeah, this makes my skin feel super just hydrated all day. I never feel tight, and you know, that's another thing that I love about it. So now I'm gonna show you guys how makeup kind of applies on top. All right, so I'm gonna be going in with my Tom Ford Soleil, what is this called? Glow Bronzer? I don't know. It's in Gold Dust, it looks like that. Maya actually recommended that I pick one of these up either in Terra or Gold Dust. This is Gold Dust, and I just got it, so it's like pretty much brand new. I tried it on yesterday and I really liked it. So but the thing with this is, for me, I have to go pretty like light with it, otherwise I'll end up looking way too bronzy. But so I take a tiny bit of this. It's very powdery, so you have to kind of be careful not to like dip your brush in too much. This is just an It Cosmetics, what is this called? The Flawless brush, number 227. I don't know, I like this for bronzer. It works well for me, at least. And then I just bronze up my face. I don't normally do my makeup in this bathroom, so it's weird for me to do my makeup in here. The lighting is not as good as my other bathroom, so hopefully I don't end up looking, there we go. Hopefully I don't end up looking like I put way too much bronzer on. I basically just tap in one time and that's enough. But did I mention this was in Gold Dust? Yeah, they have two. They have Terra and Gold Dust. And I think Maya, yeah, she has Terra. She loves Terra. I'm like all talking for her. She says she loves Terra so far, so she was like, maybe you would like it. And I do. Well, this is Gold Dust. And I need to 100% bronze up my giant forehead. This just gives me like a really nice, like bronzy glow that I would get if I got tan. So it looks pretty natural. I mean, it does have kind of that orangey, a little bit orangey undertone, but if you have a similar kind of like yellow undertone skin that like I do, that it will probably work for you. All right, so that kind of just bronzed me up. And like the Serum De Teint just looks, you know, really natural. That's what I like about it. But it just evens you out. Okay, so that was my Tom Ford in Gold Dust. And then for a tiny bit of blush, I'm gonna go in with the Burberry, what is this? Peony blush, number 4. Looks like that. I haven't even taken the plastic off. I've had this for so long and I just still keep the plastic on. I use this like on a tiny little brush because the pan size, it's easier to use a small brush. This is a, what is this, Morphe E8? This is not even a blush brush, but it works fine. It's like a cool tone pink. I always put a little bit of blush here nose. So yeah, that is, whoops. Can you even see the color? Yeah, it's like a pink, like baby pink blush. So yeah, Burberry in Peony blush. I don't even know if they still make that. And I'm just gonna do my brows really quick. I'm gonna use this Tom Ford big mirror. I'm using the Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom. I like the, it's all gross. It's supposed to be clear, but you know, when you have like foundation in your eyebrows and then you dip it back in, it gets a little bit gross after a while. But I like this because it's, well, it's clear, so you're not gonna get any help with like the sparse areas, but it holds my eyebrows really, really well. It's like glue for your eyebrows, which I like, because my eyebrows will go whichever way they want unless I force them to go the way I want with this. I think they have this in other colors, but I know I haven't seen it on Sephora. So I know Sephora doesn't carry the other colors. For every day, I just do my eyebrows like this, just to keep them, just to groom them so they stay in the shape that I want. So yeah, that was the Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom in the clear, which doesn't look so clear anymore. All right, you guys, so that is Serum De Teint with a little bit of makeup on top. I'm not even going to put concealer because I feel like it helped kind of, you know, at least even out my under eye area. It just evens you out. That's how I feel like it does. And so let me just recap all of the things that you need to make sure you do or don't do when you're using Serum De Teint. First thing, make sure you're not using a gel-based product underneath. You can only pretty much use a cream. So like I did, you know, use the cream as your last step. Don't use anything gel-based underneath. Make sure you use your finishing serum. If it is Fluide VIP O2, make sure you're using that underneath your cream. I would say just make sure your cream is your last step before this. Also, if you do have a lot of peach fuzz and you're using products that could potentially contain like a gel-based ingredient in it, expect that there will be some pilling, because like I already mentioned, you know, the gel-based products make this pill, but the peach fuzz kind of exacerbates that. So like if later in the day, if I'm using anything that's like gel-based, I notice that if I rub my face where I have a lot of peach fuzz, like on the sides of my face here, this will pill. So even after this has set, it still has the potential of pilling if you use anything gel-based underneath. Lastly, make sure to not continuously blend this in once it has started to set down, because that will again make it pill. So if you make sure to do all those things, I think you will be fine, because currently, like the routine that I just showed you, I have not experienced any pilling. And I'm just like so over the moon excited, because I thought I was just gonna never be able to make this work for me. And I wanted it to work for me so bad because I love the finish and I love the way it makes my skin look, you know, throughout the day, and it helps to keep my oil controlled, which is another huge perk. So yeah, if you have dry skin, like I said, and you don't like that matte look, then you probably won't really enjoy this. I mean, it will still keep you moisturized, but if you don't like your skin looking matte, you're gonna have to either add like a glowy base underneath, or like I know Maya, she was saying maybe if she just used like Cream Pigma 400, since that has kind of a glowy, it gives your skin a glow. That might work really nicely under this. I haven't tried it myself, but that could help if you have dry skin and you want the glow. That might help. You could try it with a glowy primer. I just don't personally like using primers because I feel like they change the look of my skin. And especially I don't like using primers that have silicones in them. So, you know, that's just because I don't like piling on silicones on during the day on my skin, because I don't like that heavy feeling. But if you don't mind that, then that might actually help to prevent this from pilling, but I can't speak for that. I've tried this with a beauty blender. For me, it didn't make a difference whether I used a beauty blender or not. What really made the huge difference was just making sure to only use a cream underneath this and not using any gel-based products and not continuously blending it in once it's started to set. If you do all those things, you will probably love this. I mean, I absolutely love this now. I think I'm gonna always repurchase it. The only thing is I wish they could just reformulate it somehow to be able to work with a gel-based product underneath. Like, if they could just do that, I would be like so happy, because then I could use my Emulsion Biosensible SR, which is my ultimate like everyday hydration. So yeah, my overall thoughts, like I said, if you can get this product to work for you, I think you're gonna really like it. If it's giving you a lot of pilling, just try those steps that I mentioned, and hopefully it won't pill for you. If you dermaplane, you'll probably love this and it won't pill at all. But if you have peach fuzz, you know, just expect some pilling. But yeah, so those are my overall thoughts. Maybe I will insert some footage later in the day. All right, you guys, so I've had this on for about 3-4 hours. Sorry, the creaky door. Sorry for the really bright light, but I wanted you guys to see what it looks like. I just think it looks really natural and glowy now that my you know, oils have mixed in. And the thing I really like about this is that it helps to control my oil and also, you know, keeps me glowy. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. So yeah, I'm super stoked that I finally was able to get Serum De Teint to work for me. And hopefully, if you guys are interested, the tips that I mentioned will help it work for you too. I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. I will probably be doing an updated skincare routine to show you guys all of my Lira products. So if you're interested in that, then I will see you guys in that video. And some people have also been requesting that I do a review on the creams that I have from BR, which I don't have that many, so you know, I'll try to get that done too. So hopefully I'll see you guys in my next videos, and thanks for watching. Bye.